Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back for another round of video yoga. So, welcome back. Today is June 24th. Oh, can you believe it? June is almost gone. I'm loving these long nights though, this sunlight, so enjoying that. Today is a cooler day. I really am enjoying this. Sorry if the breeze, I've got this thing tucked as tight as I can, so I apologize if the breeze makes noise. I tried to find a place and tuck myself away, but I really didn't want to do yoga inside. So just as a reminder, if you are not a regular person in my class that has already signed off on a release, please make sure that you have permission or your doctor is aware that you are going to be doing yoga with me. And today's yoga, core. Now, don't panic. This doesn't mean we're going to do a whole lot of planking and a whole lot of crunches and all that. On the contrary, we're going to do very little on the floor. What I have decided to do is incorporate core into everything we do standing up. So it's a whole lot of core just dispersed throughout the thing. So hopefully you get some core work out of this. I know I need it. So I'm guessing most of you do too. Not assuming, but by golly. All right, but let's start out with our sunflower warm-ups, shall we? Inhale up. Nice big inhale. Let's get into that nice pattern of breathing. So full exhale here, full inhale at the top. Reach. So let's start stretching out all these joints in your spine. Nice tall reach here. Sinking your tailbone a little lower each time. That's your challenge. One more. And back down. Oh, hang here for just a moment. Relax that head. Okay, back inhale. Now we'll go to the chair warm up. So heel toe those feet. You have the option of chair. You can challenge yourself by doing it with your ankles together, or you can just take your feet shoulder width apart or anywhere in between. So remember, inhale up, spreading that chest wide. Exhale, sweep the arms back and through, sitting down into chair. Remember, I want you to, this is a chest opener, each transition. Let's do one more of those. If you can't reach all the way, bent elbows still work, getting that chest drawn through. We'll do a spinal twist here, so hands to prayer position. Outside of that leg, you have the option of extending if you want to. It's completely up to you. We're just beginning to open this spine. Also, if you want to put your feet together, if that's a little easier, go ahead. Your choice. Other side. Twisting on your exhale and opening, now hold. Oh, a little rain cloud behind me. Back. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and straighten those legs. Half pose here. Give your thighs a break. Soft knees and roll up. Fingertips stretch to the sky. And back down. Okay, so now I want to do triangle, but I want you to put your block at the back of your mat. So, remember triangle, toe off the front, but your foot is sideways. Your hips are turned to the side. Go ahead and extend those arms. Hinge out. You may help yourself if you need to. I'm going the wrong way. Back of the mat. Remember, if you're feeling unbalanced, look at those toes. That'll help you. You can draw your eyes along to your hand as long as it doesn't bother your neck. Extend that hand all the way out, reaching. Feel the added stretch through your lower back. Now, the reason I had to put your block here is because I'm going to have you do a reverse triangle now. So bring your hand back to here. You can hold in triangle or cartwheel that hand down in a full rotation. The other hand goes up. You feel the stretch through your glutes, maybe your hamstring. If you need to soften this front knee or even bend it, go right ahead. Do what works for you. Sweep that hand back through. Let's do the other side. Okay, that means you got to move your block. Just a reminder. So go ahead and extend. Triangle. Continue that, reach for the far wall. Back to triangle, cartwheel to reverse. Remember, breaking the leg works fine. You'll feel that through your glute. I would rather that you do the modifier than struggle with the actual pose. Because the modifier is the actual pose for you. You're getting the benefits out of it. Sweep that arm back. You're back to triangle. So, hopper walk to the top of that mat. Let's open the chest here with standing back bend. And forward fold down, just hanging ragdoll. I'm not sure in this wind if you can hear the sail above me or not. That's protecting me from the sun. But if you're wondering what that sound is, that's the sail. Sailboat sail. Relaxing down. If you want to feel like crisscrossing, it's your choice. This is your ragdoll. Soft knee option also. In fact, I would prefer that you make it a soft knee and you don't have your knees locked. Hands to either shins or thighs and press up into your half pose. Straighten, elongate that back. This time you'll go down to a forward fold. That means you are going to use the legs to draw your chest towards your legs. Using your sinking breath to take you a little lower. Go ahead and bend those knees and slowly roll up. Inhaling to the sky. Once again, let's go right here into willowy tree. So, exhale through your work. Our first core worked into. Inhale. Focus on nice slow breath, reaching for out your fingertips out beyond so you feel that stretch through your core. Make sure your spine, your belly button is pulled toward your spine here. You don't want that pushing out. Your whole core is working. We'll do this one more time. Feel it opening up. Oh, that's awesome. Go ahead and clasp those fingers now behind your back to open the chest a little bit more. How's your neck? Leaning to one side because your shoulders are down. Lean to the other side. I'm not going to do neck today in the class, but if you need that, take some time right now to pause it and add the neck stretches for yourself. Okay, so we're going to do the flat foot pose, but we're going to do a modification of it. I have not done this in the Thursday class at all, and I've only done it a few times in the Wednesday class. So a flat-footed pose, if you think about when you were younger, your feet wider than your shoulders, and you used to be able to just sit right down all the way so that your backside was laying on your legs. Mine don't work that way anymore. Until about 5 years ago, I had that down. But so what you're going to do is bring yourself down. You have a couple of options. If you need your block, knees are forward, toes are forward, then use your block. I'd like you to try to keep your chest upward, maybe into prayer position. Draw the belly button toward the spine. This is where your core is involved. So the toes are forward. I don't want heels sliding. See, I'm having trouble with that myself. I want you to keep, no duck foot, keep the toes forward. So if this is as far as you go, belly button toward spine, then this is as far as you go. And breathe. All right. Hands down. Hands and knees, cat and cow. Take a break. Remember to roll that whole pelvis under in your cat, drawing your chest open in your cow. This is core work also. Chest is drawn up. Big inhale. Exhale. Pelvis tucked. Shoulder blades spread. We'll do one more of these. Draw that belly button toward the spine. Every single time the pelvis is tucked. And back down. Then we're going to do spinal balance. So make sure that your wrist is below your shoulder. Extend and reach with this hand. You're drawing it away. Your belly button's toward your spine here. And press that heel away from you. Or if you'd rather do a toe point, go right ahead. I prefer the heel because it stretches out the calf. Continue to breathe while we hold this. This is core work. All right, down into cat. Stretch out, release those glutes. We'll do the other side now. It's really important that your hand is actively reaching. You're not just holding it up in the air. You have about 8 more seconds. Tuck into cat. And cow. So now I want to do, I'm going to grab my hair thing. Now I want to do spinal balance, but I want you to do it with your breathing. So you'll be exhaling and inhaling. It'll be more of a flow. I'll show you what I mean. So inhale because you're opening the chest. Exhale, come on back, touch the knee and the elbow, crunch, belly button towards spine. Inhale. So we're going to do this 5 times on one side, then switch over to the other side, and do 5 times on that. Switch sides. Make sure you're holding. You're not just, hey, I'm touching my elbow and I'm letting it go. You're holding crunch till your exhale's gone, and then inhale. Cat and cow. So release that lower back, tucking the pelvis, drawing the spine. Go ahead and sit down into child's pose. You've earned that. Okay, come on up onto your hands and knees out to the modified plank. I want you to lower yourself partway to the floor. This is your 4-limb staff pose. If you're feeling really strong, go ahead and do that on your feet. Right now we're just warming up, so knees are fine. And when you no longer can hold it, lower yourself. Please don't slam yourself to the ground. Lower yourself to the ground. We're going to do 2 core works here. First is locust, arms reaching behind. Open that chest off the ground. Your knees are off the ground. So it's a back arch, your whole core working, not just your lower back. But by you reaching back with your hands, you've now engaged your upper body, upper core also in the back. Don't forget to breathe, by the way. If you can only do modified, then put those feet down and focus on lifting, or maybe you can only lift the feet and you put your hands down. It's completely up to you. All right, go ahead and take a rest. Put that forehead on your palm. I'm sorry, on your fist. Okay, but we're not done. So we're going to do bow. Remember? This is when you grab onto both ankles, or if you're a 1 ankle at a time person, press those ankles away, opening the chest, knees off the floor. Remember, you can do 1 at a time. You don't have to do both feet at the same time. Go ahead and take the time to pause it if we get ahead of you, so you can take as much time as you want to on one side and then the other. Completely your choice. And release. Relax down, but don't release. I just want you drawing the feet in toward your backside, stretching those quads, because they're going to get some work today. So let's stretch them out a little. Okay, now you can release them. Hands below the shoulders, pressing up to plank, and then downward dog. Go ahead and release one knee and get that hip to heel stretch on the one leg. Don't forget, you're always pushing the floor away from you whenever your hands are on the floor. Your fingertips should be spread wide, pressing that whole hand to the floor so that it's not just your wrist that's bearing the weight. Switch to the other leg. You want starfish hands here. Palm pressing down, dispersing that weight, relieving the wrist. So the whole hand takes the weight. Don't forget to release the kneecap on that straight knee so you can get a full hip to heel. Back to downward dog. Okay, next core work here. 3-legged dog. Taking that, I think you should bring your feet, make sure they're no wider than your shoulders. First 3-legged dog. Flex and point that foot. Hold it in a flex. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee all the way up, knee to nose. So see how I'm crunching belly button towards spine, and then extend it back to a 3-legged dog. We'll do this 3 times. Pelvis is tucking under. Hold that knee till your air is gone. Then back. Last time on this side. Hold, crunch, and back to 3-legged dog. Down dog, switch feet.
three-legged dog on the other side. Big inhale and exhale through the core work. Holding, you can feel that through your obliques. And last time up to three-legged dog. Downward dog. Come on down to child's pose. Take a break. Starting to get some heat now. Okay, not very long here though, because we're going to continue with our work. So, walk those hands out. Plank downward dog. Pressing the chest downward. Push the toes all the way up to high toes. Don't let your ears and your elbows come out of alignment though. Keep those ears between. Press the heels back down. Once again, high toes. And I want you to hop or jump or walk your feet up to the top of the mat. So here you are, monkey, fingertips down, or half pose, whichever one works for you. We're going to step back into warrior one, so that means we have to stand up. Rolling, warrior one. So back foot. Is here. We're going to do a crunch from here. A crunch from here. Think about the Karate Kid. So it's a one-legged crunch, so it's requiring balance. Spread those toes out in the front foot. Back leg will come through. Crunch and hold. Inhale. Exhale. So this is also balance. If you need your chair, by all means, go get your chair, because I would like you to be able to feel the crunch. So if you need the chair, so you're not worried about balance and you can then focus on your crunch, go right ahead and do that. Here's 4. And 5. And let's switch legs. Oop. Same thing. Round pelvis all the way. That front knee remains bent because it is a warrior. And back. See? No floor for core. We don't need any floor. Okay. Come on back up. Keep your arms a break here. Let's open the chest. So grab your strap if you've got it. Take a break. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we did reverse triangle once. I want to do triangle again, only this time from warrior 2. So, stepping back, getting yourself into position. Nice wide stance, as wide as you can get and still be comfortable with that knee directly over your ankle. We'll hold here. Your 2 breaths in warrior 2. And then we'll straighten that front leg and go right to triangle. Belly button towards your spine.
Back to warrior two. Triangle. So 2 long breaths. Let's switch sides. Your heels are already in place. Rotate. Warrior two. Triangle. Warrior two. Triangle. Your belly button should be drawn to your spine this whole time, engaging that core. Warrior two. Okay, so we're going to get to the ground here. I need you to cartwheel those hands down. Both walking then to the center of your mat. Use your block if you need to. First hanging here or crisscrossing those arms, just getting the stretch, forward fold stretch. Now hands to the floor. So definitely if you're not reaching the floor, you'll need your block here so that you can have those hands down. So we're just going to add to the stretch that we're doing right now by rocking backward, bringing the toes up, and rocking forward up onto the toes. So let's do this with our breathing, shall we? Inhale, toes up. Exhale, toe rise. Belly button towards spine, feel the crunch. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, toe rise. Inhale, toes up. Exhale, toe rise, belly button towards spine, hold, and down back to the stretch. Okay, so we're going to shift to, Skandasana. Okay, so this is not something that we've done very often. It is a squat pose. And so with this squat pose, you shift everything over to one side. Go ahead and walk those hands. You can take yourself all the way down if you're comfortable, keeping your hands on the floor. If that's not comfortable, then go to a height that is and hold yourself. Drawing the chest upward though, so spine straight. You can hold here, or you can take yourself into prayer position. Belly button towards spine. Let's do the other side. Walk those hands all the way over. So this whole time, this is your core. I realize it feels like it's bouncing, but your core has to be held strongly, and you drawing that belly button toward your spine will do that while we're doing this. Okay. Back up where we started. Go ahead and heel toe those feet together. Hanging ragdoll. Hopefully you're a little lower. And roll up. Inhale to the sky. Standing back bend. And back up. Yay! Okay. So we're going to do chair here. Okay, so remember to get yourself a drink whenever you get heated up, and definitely afterward. Okay, so we have yet another standing core work. This is lunge, but I want to start out in chair. I'm going to do this sideways. So let's get a nice wide sweep to chair. Before and hold here. Belly button towards spine so your butt's not out. Your pelvis is under. So your whole core is holding you, drawing upward. Now step back into a short lunge. That's the toes down, not your foot sideways. So you're going to be in a short lunge here. And now rock the knee forward, crunch the pelvis. This is a standing crunch. So you see the difference here. Crunch and hold with your breathing. Exhale as you crunch. Inhale as you open into the lunge. 2 more. And last one. And back. Release those arms. Other side. First chair. Belly button. Core. Now lunge. Short lunge. Remember short lunge. And crunch. So the knee is the key here. You're crunching, drawing that belly button toward the spine. The knee bends forward. Notice that back heel is coming upward. Spread those toes in the front of your foot out wide to help you with your balance. So that foot is rooted in. And last one. And done. So now I would like to stretch out that upper back. Wide stance. Squat, hands between. Get a grip on the ankles somewhere and straighten those knees out. Feel your upper back be stretched. Release and roll up. Let's do one more chest opener with your strap. Maybe you can challenge yourself and go from the bottom up, drawing that. I know some of your shoulders don't allow. Don't press it. If the shoulder doesn't go, just get to here however you get to here. You know how it works. Allow that strap to open your chest. Go ahead and release. Okay. Ragdoll. Step back into a lunge and then to plank. Remember, plank, pelvis roll cracks under, engages the whole core, pushing that floor away. You can hold in plank, or you have an optional flow. Remember, with the flow, lower yourself to half or four-limb staff pose, and then chest all the way down. Undo your toes, press up, either into cobra or upward dog. Curl those toes under, downward dog. So if that is too much and you want to go just from plank to downward dog on your breathing, go right ahead. Otherwise, inhale out to plank, lowering to the floor. Inhale up. Downward dog.
Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale out to plank. Exhale, forelimb staff pose as long as you can. Then to the floor. Inhale up. Downward dog. Last time.
Downward dog.
Awesome. Come down to dolphin from here. So give those wrists a break. Still pushing the floor away. Child's pose. So remember, if your heart rate's up, keep that head up by stacking your fists. Focus on your long yoga breath to bring that heart rate down. Level out your blood pressure. All right, time to have a seat. So this is where you know the drill. You can bring yourself into an egg if this is your challenge. Your belly button is drawn toward your spine. Your whole core is helping keep those feet off the ground. Or you have this option, grabbing those big toes, continuing that. Nice straight back. Still core work here. Or if you choose to do boat, I would like you to do boat rotation. So you're getting those obliques, working on those. This one's really up to you, whatever level you choose you want to do. All right, give those legs a hug. See if we can't stretch out the middle of that back. Tucking your legs all the way in. Reach around to the back of the ankles and slouch, drawing the shoulder blades away from each other. And release. Reverse plank here, so chest needs to be open. You can do heels flexed or toes pointed. Some people find one more comfortable than the other. This is both core and chest opener. And back down. Great. Okay, so I would like to get one, I'm going to rotate a little bit, get one stretch in here prior to us ending so that we can get a little bit of quad and hamstring stretch, although you've done quite a lot of hamstring. So bring that leg in wherever it's most comfortable along your leg, chest down, so you're reaching out, get a strap or get a hold of your foot. If you're not feeling this in your lower back or your glute, then we need to make a few adjustments. If your hamstrings are your hindrance, see if bending the knee helps, because we really want you to get the stretch through the lower back in the quad. You have the other option of laying that leg on top and bringing your chest down. So those are a couple of options. So remember, target for this one, lower back, glute. Let's do the other side. Okay, so take this bent knee across. We'll do a spinal rotation here, so you're drawing the chest on your exhale.
This arm can do anything you are comfortable with it doing as far as your shoulder goes. You are, though, pressing against that knee to get the twist through the spine. Let's do the other side. Excellent. Okay, down to the floor you go. One more spinal twist while we're here. Ankle on. I'm going to have you do ankle on knee today, keeping the shoulders on the floor and lowering that foot toward the floor. And last time, other side. Knee to ankle, ankle to knee. Grab those big toes. And when you're ready, settle yourself into the ground. Focus on your breathing. Stomach should be rising and falling. That way we know you're filling up the bottom of those lungs. At each exhale, just feel yourself sink into that mat, into the ground, into the earth. So continue to rest as much as you feel comfortable with. Heck, take yourself a nap. I don't care. So thank you for once again joining me for my corporation name is LSW.Pieces. So thank you for joining me for yoga with Lisa. I so appreciate the cards that some of you have sent and just the notes and checking in with me and letting me know you're okay and that you're appreciative of what I'm doing. So my spirit honors your spirit. Once again, namaste.